Welcome back to Neil and Jan's Reselling.
Or as we like to call it, the Jan and Neil Show.
The Jan and Neil Show, yes. Anyway, so this morning we went off to Sayers Common, sometimes known as Hickstead.
Yeah.
So we went there and I got loads of stuff again. So let's get into it and show you.
It's a bit of a show and tell, and I've got nothing to show and nothing to say.
No, you can.
There is a good reason. The reason is I have to pay out a lot of money today on something that's very important. So I couldn't afford to spend a penny at the boot fair.
No. But as a business,
sometimes you have to prioritise.
I do need to do it as for an income, so I still need to buy some stuff. But anyway, let's show you some of the stuff that I managed to pick up, and Jan can critique it. And you shouldn't have bought that. Why did you buy that? Anyway, so the first thing you don't want to buy one of them. I found this. And
every grown-up boy needs.
Every grown-up boy, especially as it says Ferrari. It has a Ferrari logo. As you can see, the cost of it is still on there, £4. So I've actually looked this up. What I didn't know.
And did you know with Ferraris you get a push button start?
A push button start.
Or anything.
No.
It's almost like the real thing.
This is for a Xbox.
All right.
So it's got an Xbox logo. So this is for Xbox, and it's what I didn't know when buying it, which is not a problem. But when you buy these new, apparently they also come with the foot pedals. So it's going to be a nice steering wheel for a game, but it should normally come with a foot pedal. I don't have the foot pedal, but looking at these on eBay, they're going for about 40 quid. So I'm thinking without the pedals I should at least get 20 quid back on the £4.
Right, is that like a suction thing or is that just...
That will actually clamp.
I just wondered if it stuck to the table so that...
It does actually stick to the table. The clips underneath, it looks like that is designed to attach to a table so that you can stick it there and
because you want it
so it's sturdy, yeah.
Because even in my normal road car, I still lean into the corners.
I
do that
know.
on one of them. I used to get told off by my driving instructor. I was a cyclist at the time, and if you don't lean in on a bicycle, you fall off.
Anyway, so that's the first thing. £4. I think I did quite well. I'm hoping to get a good £20 from that, if not more. I might even have a look at to see if I can find the foot pedals going to combine the two. But we'll...
Yeah, could do with a really good clean over the the red bit.
But it feels good. It actually feels quite good as a
Ferrari.
I don't know, I've never been in a Ferrari. Anyway, that's my first one.
Now.
That's my first one. Put that out of the way.
And as a complete side point, if anybody lives in the southeast, next time Horsham do the Italian weekend, they get how many Ferraris come down?
Oh, I don't know this.
But you see all the Ferrari owners seem to come down and do a big
Ferraris
parade,
and Lamborghinis.
Ferraris, Lamborghinis,
all the posh cars. Really good to...
and then they have all street sellers doing Italian food, and it's a
they really make a weekend of it, don't they?
Certainly a day out, isn't it?
Yeah.
So I don't know if they had one this year, if they're going to have one this year. Probably not with COVID and everything, but certainly next time it's on, come down if you like cars.
Head to Horsham for it, definitely.
Yeah, and then once they've paraded into the town, then we all get to look inside the cars and wish we had one.
Anyway, my next item. I picked up one of these for £1. Now, I don't know if it's been used.
It's a very well saying one of these. What is one of these?
One of these. This is a
Zumba Fitness. Join the party.
Zumba Fitness. Join the party for the Wii. So having had a look, Oh! I didn't know what was inside here.
That's an extension for your.
Must admit, I didn't even know. So.
Oh, your discus.
How bizarre.
Guitar Hero.
So I hadn't opened this. So.
Got a bonus disc.
Guitar Hero Activision disc for the Xbox 360. I didn't know that was hiding in there.
What I was going to say, I've got some empty cases up there. I'll stick it in the case before it gets done.
It actually seems to have the motion extra for the Wii controller, and it has the belt for the Zumba thing. The idea is that you put the controller down in here.
Oh.
You put and then you wear it, and then it can tell the motion.
Without the board.
Without using a board. You think no, it isn't board compatible. So
that's instead of rather than as well as.
Now, the reason I'm kind of excited about this.
If you want to have a go.
No, I actually had one of these, but it was sealed. That was sealed, and that was sealed, and I had one of those, and I sold one of those this week for £12, and I picked this, and it's got the box
and extras
that won't be going with it. But I bought for £1, so I think really good, and they'll be good. In fact, I will keep those bits separate. Keep these bits separate from that. So yeah, to pick that up for £1, and the fact that I've already sold one of those this week for 12, I'm really happy with that. That can go on there from that. Saying that, I picked up some controllers. I actually picked up a Wii controller for £1 today, and they sell for £10.
Nice clean one.
So that was good. I also with that, now this has seen slightly better days, but I picked up one of these controllers, and I believe that is exactly the same as what I use on my PlayStation 4 Pro. Needs some new rubbers on those.
I was saying about getting a job lot of those rubbers for that has seen some action.
I need that.
Somebody has hammered that.
Somebody has hammered it, but if it still works, I believe they sell for 30 quid, and I picked it up for £1. Also for £1 is the wireless Xbox 360 one.
Need to check if it's got batteries or
it may well have.
No, it's got the lithium battery, not.
Has it? Alright, cool.
Yeah.
So that was also £1. So for £3 for those, really happy with that.
But it does need charging.
Now the other thing that I picked up was that's the connector for the Wii to go to the TV. I've picked up a couple of Wii's just controllers recently. Picked that cable up for 50p, so that's worth having. This was I think about £1. This is the picked up. This is a camera for the PlayStation. So I picked that up. I think that was £1.
I must admit, I did walk past a few stalls that had the boxes full of wires and things, and I thought, oh, Neil's going to go goggly when he sees this.
Well, I can't remember how much.
This little element.
This will be in the. I'm pretty much sure I got this one on film. But I picked up an Xbox 360 with a controller this morning. So that was pretty good. So that's some of the gaming.
And how much was that Xbox?
I can't remember whether it was £5 or something like that. It wasn't that expensive.
They are getting cheaper.
Might have been 10 or something. I don't know. But there's still
profit in them.
Yeah, exactly.
We hope.
There still seems to be profit. If not, I'm going to have a hell of a lot of 360s to play with. Now, just bring over the next bag. I might have made a mistake on this. I picked up an original Xbox. The only thing is, you probably can't see it, but this is cracked here, and there's lots of little holes all over the top, and it's a bit of a shame. I saw it from it was right at the back by a vehicle, and I said how much, and he said a £5. I said yeah, I'll go for it. It's only when
it might still work though.
Hopefully it'll still work, or maybe, I don't know if it goes for spares and repairs for anything, but anyway, for a £5 I'll give it a go. The next thing, this gets a little bit more interesting today, something slightly different. Picked up some rollerblades.
Change of direction.
Now these rollerblades are made by Airwalk. Now I'm hoping that Airwalk is a good one for these. I know Airwalk as a skating shoe, and they were a very good, kind of quite expensive skating shoe, I believe. So I have, now these I think are size 10 or 11s. So, but I think I paid, I think it was either £6 or £8.
All I know is that when my kids were growing up, when I got them ballet skates, I was told to get 2 sizes too big.
Right, for the bigger socks or something, or no?
No, I was just told getting 2 sizes too big.
All right. Fair enough.
So I did, and they seemed fine in them. But
well, maybe I'll try them. Maybe we'll have a crash film. Maybe I'll pad up and give them a go. I obviously should be able to fit in them, so might give them a little go. But yeah, so I think they're quite nice actually. They need a little bit of a clean, but I think they're in pretty good condition.
Yeah, they do look pretty good.
So yeah, so we've got some rollerblades. Now I might have paid £5 for these. These are a pair of binoculars. Now they're not like the zoom ones yesterday, the ones that had the zoom. Yeah. But they're still
yeah, they're a bit cheaper than yesterday's.
They're a bit cheaper than yesterday's, but they come in a nice kind of box. So
do they have a brand on?
Yeah, they've got a brand. They're a brand.
Prinz.
Prinz. Never heard of them. But
coated optics, field 5.3 degrees.
They should sell for 15 quid. I mean, I would imagine 15 to 20, maybe a bit more. But I've got a feeling that there should be a profit from £5. Is what I was thinking. I don't know quite how much profit, but I look at them and think there's some money to be made. But we've got the next bag.
And while he's fiddling about with that, my daughter came around the other day and she'd just been to the boot sale that we went to, and I'd seen these and decided not to get them, but she got them for me anyway. Load of little Wade Whimsies ornaments. So I've now got, I don't think there's actually any real profit in these sort of things, these little porcelain ornaments. I mean, they're sweet, but they're the sort of things that little girls have in them. I don't even know if little girls have this sort of thing anymore. They did when I was little. And you know, some are quite sweet. Oh, it's doing that.
Little ornaments. Oh, don't worry about it.
Oh, is that because I moved?
Probably.
It went dim again. Yeah, so I've got a load of little ornaments there.
Well, give them a go. See what happens. It's got 2 chances, isn't it?
Yeah.
So.
Probably let them go as a job lot.
Right.
I know she didn't pay much for them.
No.
I think she only paid £1.50 or something.
So I picked up some headphones.
They look nice.
See what you think of them.
Well, they're Philips.
Philips are good. I also have a Philips
instruction book on
Philips
how to
instruction book, and I think
Are they wireless?
They look like they're wireless. You've got a receiver. That's that'll be to charge it.
Right.
And then that's going to be a receiver.
Nice.
So
these for you, because you wanted a pair of wireless ones, didn't you?
I did.
So these for you to keep.
So I don't know yet. I'm not sure. That might be absolutely ideal to hook up to the TV when I want to sit there gaming.
On and off.
When I want to sit there gaming, or maybe to the computer. I'm not sure.
They're beautiful condition, aren't they? Lovely and clean. Because I think things like that go on your ears and
you want it clean.
Want it clean.
£3 to pick them up for.
Line.
So
I think you did well there.
So I think they should be quite nice. So put that back in.
Well, try them for a while, and if you don't like them, sell them on.
Well, exactly. I mean, you know, I picked up the other headphones. The other headphones I think I showed yesterday that I also picked up. That I tried to edit the film using, which was quite nice.
At the bag, because this isn't the right bag.
It's not the right bag. It's a baby thing, but it's actually got babies.
Earphones. Strong absorbent. Oh no, large cotton wool balls. I don't think the earphones have got
earphones have not got anything to do with it. But if you see on there,
on the picture on the bag, it's just cotton wool balls, but the
baby's wearing headphones.
So
just a good coincidence.
I thought it was just like baby ear defenders or something.
Yeah.
So if you're taking the kids to, you know, to Glastonbury or somewhere, then you put a pair of ear defenders on.
Yeah. Right. So rushing through these a little bit. Picked up a Bush DVD player. Now the DVD players, now I'm trying to make sure that I do actually have remotes with them.
Did you check the batteries?
That is actually, no,
it's got batteries in.
Haven't checked for batteries. We've got a Sony one. That's a Sony DVD player. I think that's the one for that one. Also have a Samsung. It's a nice Samsung. That's a Blu-ray player. Now the one that I don't know about, but I picked up anyway, is a FreeSat box.
Oh, somebody else was selling a FreeSat the other day.
So I don't know if it's going to be any good. If it
is it a FreeSat recorder or just for watching?
I'm not sure. It doesn't have a remote with it, so I don't really know. It was like, I think it was like £2 or something.
That's FreeSat Plus.
So I thought with the Plus might have been the recorder, so that would be the better thing. Which I noticed.
Because we don't have FreeSat, so
no.
We've never had it, so we've got no idea how.
Oh, or did I have a remote for that? No, that's the Samsung and the Samsung and the Bush remotes. But yeah, I'm taking a chance on that one. It was quite cheap.
How cheap was it?
I think it was £2 or £3 again.
Right.
It sounds really mean, but I'm very rarely going into a fiver for taking a chance.
I think that's a good rule of thumb. That, you know, if you say, right, my budget on this sort of product is £5, then you know that you've always got that sort of margin on it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't know with this. This is with that one. It could be that that I sell it for a tenner. However, I don't know. That could be 40-50 quid. It's a bit of a chance. It's one I've not done before. But I'll give it a go. Also,
if you get it home and it's not working, you know, it's not such a good thing if you've only paid £5 for it.
Exactly. I mean, that is a really important thing, is to really not make losses.
Yeah, I think it's very much a case of don't spend out what you can't afford to lose.
Yeah. But then again, on some of this stuff, you know, on the stuff that we're actually picking up, if you're paying £3 or £4 and you can make 3, 4, 5, 6 times or more the amount of money that you're paying out on it, then you're going to be doing okay. So this is a bag of sat navs basically. Got this nice Tom in a case. and oh, it's the wrong way around. But it has a nice case for it actually all to sit in, and then it has the cable. It's quite nice to put in a bag.
It is, yeah.
Again, that was a few quid.
Yeah, I always used to keep my sat nav in a makeup bag in my glove compartment, and then I had my car broken into one time, and whoever had done it had actually taken the makeup bag out, felt the connector where you plug it in, obviously thought it was lipstick or something, and just slung the whole thing on the seat and left it there. So there it was amongst all the broken glass, the only thing that was worth anything in the whole car, and they left it behind.
So we've got a TomTom Go. This one actually, I picked one up yesterday, the day before. What was it, last week? But it didn't have the mount, but this one has the mount and it has the charger. So I got this one.
And on the back it has a button that goes like that. What's that all about?
That's their logo.
Is it?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
That is the TomTom logo.
That one's got it as well.
So I also got this one as well.
I was going to say, I've always had TomToms, I've never noticed that.
Yeah, no, that is TomTom. Now, I also got, now I paid £10 for those two, plus there's a whole load of other brackets.
Yeah, because if you remember a few videos ago, he found a sat-nav at a boot sale, and while he was looking at that, he moved some stuff down by his feet and accidentally covered up the mouth for it, so when he paid for it, he didn't realise that there was a mount there and he didn't get it.
It's like this one hasn't got the mount either. So I've got this little one, this little TomTom, but that one hasn't got the little mounts that slots into that.
Yeah, but if you can marry it up with some of these that are...
Well, that's what I'm very much thinking. It's like there's another little mount. So I got a whole load of mounts and all that lot for 10 quid. And I also got this little one, which is quite nice.
It looks like mine.
So that's a nice little one. I think that's the TomTom One Traffic. But also this has extra mounts in it and stuff as well. So it's a case of me trying to marry up some of the mounts to get them all to kind of work nicely. Yeah, so that's the sat navs for today. I must admit I am picking up quite a lot of stuff, so I don't mean to just breeze over some of this, but if I took a lot of detail and looking at a lot of these need cleaning up. But there's just so much stuff that I've managed to pick up, which is great because we need that kind of stock, and it is about having stock when you're reselling. And if you guys didn't know, I have recently from when we started this, I'm now self-employed. This is now my job of what I do. So I'm a full-time reseller.
Well, apart from being a carer for me as well.
And being a carer for my wife. So it's not, it's
your only income.
It's my only income. I'm not necessarily doing it full time, but it's the only other income. Also picked up a little Nintendo DS, and turn it on. It actually works. It came with 5 games and it was £5.
It was minus the charger and the stylus. But
yeah, hasn't got a charger or a stylus. I've borrowed Jan's charger just to charge it up and check that it works. I will try and get a charger for this, probably a stylus. I'm not sure. The whole idea of having, I've got these games, I need to test whether they're working. I may keep this one as a test thing for buying and selling the games. I need to look into what they're worth. But if that doesn't work out, I've got this to sell.
It does seem that these little DSs do hold their value quite well, don't they?
It does. I mean, the thing is, I suppose they're a bit like the PlayStations as well, the PSPs. They're small, they're convenient, you can just pop them in a pocket.
Yeah.
And they're just easy. And they're also the games. I mean, everyone probably has seen a Nintendo a DS before, but the games are so. I mean, they're easy to lose, but they're so small and easy to put in your pocket. I mean, here's. I did actually pay an extra £1 for 2 extra games. There was a. It's like, well, why not? 50p a game, but that's a whole load of games.
And there's a bonus one in there
And there was a bonus one already in there as well. So they're really small, really handy. So yeah, to pick that up for a £5, I was very pleased with that. I mean, I think the consoles still sell for £30 or so on eBay. So
well, the actual DS itself.
The actual DS itself.
If not a bit more.
Yeah.
You know, I've seen people at boot sales trying to sell them for 60 odd quid.
I mean, I think there are different ones. There might be different colour ones, some that may be rarer than others and stuff. Don't know. So, just moving on to the bag of cameras. Got a whole. I mean, this is
my pretty new bag.
Jan's pretty new bag
to the cause.
Yes, just to put some cameras in. So, I'm going to pass them over to you. You can have a look at them and analyse them and see what you think. Let's start with this one.
Fujifilm. I don't know anything about Fujifilm cameras.
The thing that I looked at it was one. It's got a box.
Yeah, box is always going to be better, isn't it?
Think
it's a fine pix.
Yeah, and it's 9 megapixels. So I'm working.
So not a huge. It's got its book with it and some. It's got a book. Is that that's your wires
That's
with
a
it,
wire,
and then it's got a CD with it as well. So
it can go.
And
that would be a case to put the memory card in if you.
Yeah.
But I looked at the actual camera and I picked it up and I thought it looked clean. I thought it looked clean. I thought it looked reasonably
I think
smart.
It's been nicely taken care of. It's got a nice weight to it. Oh, it's got
a memory card and it's a.
That's not the charger though, is it?
Yes, that is a charging.
Is it?
That's the charging one.
Oh right.
So
it had the.
That'll be charging.
Well, what were you?
Oh, no, maybe.
Yeah, it's not.
Oh, it's not the charging one. Okay. Well,
and it's got a 128 megabyte.
128 megabyte. That's not bad for a card. So
no, it's an. I don't know what you want me to tell you about that. It's got one of those, because it's not got any charge on it, has it, at the moment, I don't think. But it's got one of those...
yeah, I mean, we only have to be brief.
Expandable, I can't
expandable
find the words
lens,
today. Yeah,
a telescopic.
Telescopic lens will come out, yeah.
But, yeah, I think it's okay. I mean, we haven't got to go into great detail about all of them. It's just a case of have a look and see what you think. But
yeah, that's a nice little
put
camera,
that one back in. Actually, I'll put that one in and I'll move you over to the next camera. The next camera I will pick, here we go. Have a look at that one.
I was going to say, it says up there Nuvis, but then we see the Nikon and we think, oh yeah, now we're talking. Oh, it's got some sort of remote control with it, so presumably if you're doing a self-portrait thing,
yeah,
you can set it on a timer.
Nikon should be...
yeah, Nikon is a very good brand. It's got quite a lot of weight to it.
Yeah.
But and it's obviously a lot bigger than the compact digital ones.
Yeah.
But, you know, Nikon is always going to be...
quality, isn't it?
A quality camera, yeah.
Well, that's what I thought. I looked at it and thought...
And some people will buy it, you know, just for the name.
I found that was a little bit stiff, actually.
That is stiff.
I couldn't open that earlier. That might need a little bit of work, just to... I checked the battery. It hasn't got the battery in there.
I can't open it. Oh, yeah. It takes like a 123 or that type of lithium battery, doesn't it?
I was wondering, because it looks like that this is one of those smart cameras.
Yeah, if you... That little sign there, it's...
Take it right up to the camera so they can see it.
There's a little black and white sign on there. And that's the type of film, so that you don't have to manually feed the film across. You should be able to just drop it in there and it will automatically take it in and wind it on.
I'm wondering if it won't allow it to open if there's a film in there.
Or maybe if there's no battery in there. Maybe you just need some battery in there to...
But we'll see.
We'll find out soon.
We'll find out. Now, when I saw this, I don't know if you guys remember the Nikon binoculars that I sold for over £200 that I picked up for £5. That looked identically the same. As I looked at it, I saw the Nikon, I saw the blue. I thought, oh, that could be...
Yeah, and again, that's a telephoto lens, Nikon zoom lens, 30 to 125mm macro. It is a nice little camera. Anybody that wants a film camera to learn film shooting, it's a good start. The
guy that I bought this from, and there was about 8 or 9 of these cameras. I was buying 4 at a time for 16 quid. So let's move on to another camera.
And I think what happened an awful lot around about the time that these sort of cameras were being sold, is that people of like my dad's age were buying them, not technically that savvy, didn't really get on with them that well because it's digital and it's you know, readouts and things, possibly couldn't even read the little screens and things. They barely got used. And so then could be left to one side.
I think that's a nice little camera. I'll be interested to find out how much that would be worth.
But you know, we're picking, well, you're picking them up a lot from like house clearances and things, aren't you? So that would make sense to. Well, I was going to put this away.
Put that one back in
its pocket. Make sure it's all put away, and then we know which.
Next up,
and then we got good old Olympus.
Olympus.
Again, there's a lot of weight to this. This is one of the older compact cameras, but you can't go wrong with it. Whoever seen one of those these days? Actually, can't do it that way around. That's you pop up flash there.
Which is pretty cool. Now I remember when I used to go to when I was a kid, having flashes that you used to have
to add separately.
The flash actually had a flash bulb that you only used one time. I remember those.
Have you opened the film part?
No
film in there.
No film in there.
Nice and clean. And it's got a battery indicator on the top there. Self timer there, so you can do your.
So I think these working out at like £4 a piece, aren't they?
Yeah, it's not quite as doesn't have the hand feel of the more modern ones. This is an older, more boxy one.
This one might be.
It's still a nice little camera.
This one might be exactly the same.
You know, if you want to get into film, then you know it's not a bad little camera to go for.
There might have been a his and hers. Is that the same one?
Oh, we could have one each.
Almost. It's not actually
very similar.
It's very
not quite
similar.
The same.
So we've got another Olympus one. It's very similar.
Yeah, I think, like you say, it looks like his and hers, doesn't it?
So anyway, that's another Olympus one. Let's go down a slightly more modern range. Have a look at that one.
It's coming down in size. That's good to see. Canon digital. So we're getting into digital now. Then.
Yeah,
so have you done all the film cameras?
No, not necessarily. I just picked that one up.
Oh, that's just looped around the case thing there, but lovely, lovely little Canon camera there. Digital one. Don't know what about the megapixels.
Megapixels is 8, just there.
So it's not. I mean, that is the shame now when your iPhone will shoot, you know, God knows what, 12 or whatever, or 14 or whatever.
But then, as you said, there is this whole thing of, you think about the price of an expensive, even a reasonable iPhone is 300 or 400 quid. You look of a modern smartphone, if you look at the iPhones now, over £1,000, whatever, maybe people want something that isn't that as expensive to go and use places. Maybe for the kids to go and take some photos. Maybe for the...
Yeah, and like I say, if you don't want to be tracked everywhere you go these days,
yeah,
but you do want to take photos, so you could leave your iPhone
yeah,
in the car or in the hotel or at home, and you can still get some nice pictures.
Yeah.
And I mean, let's face it, you know, what's this? What megapixels? 8 megapixels. You know, our first SLRs were about that, weren't they?
Yeah.
So it's not bad.
It's been pretty good. Moving on to...
Or our first digital SLRs, I should say.
Oh yeah, have a look at that one.
That's a nice little camera. Won't go back in easily with the thing stuck to the case.
This is a different one.
Another Fujifilm.
Yeah.
Oh, looks more like a mini display. Are you sure it's a camera? It says Fujifilm. Digital camera, fine pics. It's a zoom, but I've never seen the like.
No.
I don't even know how it would work. It's got a little screen on the back.
I'm going to have to do some investigating on that one. I like it. I think it looks good.
Strange little thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Just ordinary batteries.
Yeah. Do a nice close up to the...
So that's the front of it, and then that's the business side.
Yeah.
It's got quite a lot of weight to it. I suppose, yeah, I suppose you could operate it all in one hand. You've got you're taking your picture there, and then presumably those are thumb operated.
But again, I just look at it and think, yeah, that's going to be worth more than £4.
Yeah, I think it will. We'll find out when you stick it on eBay, won't we?
Yeah.
Have you got a charger with this?
No.
It's got a very peculiar little charging port there.
Yeah. Well,
I don't remember seeing anything that size and shape.
You might have to look into some of those. Okay. This next one, I said, don't know if it works or not, give me 50p.
Oh, Sony Cybershot.
Yeah. Carl Zeiss
yeah,
lens.
Carl Zeiss lens. Any sort of anything optical, a Zeiss lens is something that you want to look for. I think they are probably the best, or certainly 20 years ago.
5.1 megapixel, so that's quite nice.
Yeah, I was just saying, certainly 20 years ago they were the best lenses that you can get. I don't know if anybody's surpassed them since.
Well, it doesn't matter what they've done since, because these have got to be 20 years old. So
well, at the time, well, I was just saying that if you're looking for cameras or binoculars or anything with the lens now,
yeah,
if it's got a Zeiss lens, that's going to be good. So
yeah,
I'm not talking about when this was made. I'm talking about if you're going out to buy yourself a new product.
Yes. Okay.
It's a nice little thing, but
yeah.
Oh, you've got another memory card in here. Oh,
Well, it's a big old card, isn't it?
Is that a memory card or a battery?
No, it's a memory card.
Oh, it's got a lock on it. I've never seen anything like that.
Yeah, I have.
Have you?
Yeah.
That's a 16
megabyte.
That's a particular Sony one, isn't it? A memory stick.
I believe my PlayStation Portable had a stick like that. Something like that. Anyway, moving on. Come on. Next one. Have a look at that.
Another Cybershot. Didn't we just do this one?
Nope.
You haven't just handed me the same one again. It's another Canon.
Another one.
Oh, so we've got more his and hers, but it's got a lovely big screen on the back.
So
it's
is that the same as...
14.1 megapixel. So that's pretty current, isn't
That
it?
is pretty current.
How many do these digital cameras go up to now? They're probably up in the 20s by now, but
if not more. But that's pretty good. I think that's pretty.
I think you should
pretty
I
reasonable.
think that's probably going to be worth quite a bit.
Yeah, I'm hoping
compared to the others.
Yeah.
Got image stabilizer. Obviously, it's got filming and stills, auto. So no, it's a nice little one. I don't know if it's got any.
A close up to the. Got to do a close up on each of them.
Look at the size of that screen. That's the whole camera.
It's a nice big screen.
No, that's lovely. Ixus 210.
Yeah. I was quite pleased with that one.
Well done.
Oh,
that's a ladies' camera, isn't
it? Not that it's a bad thing. I'm not saying.
I was going to say it's like cars, isn't it? When they always used to say one lady owner.
One, yeah.
Oh, didn't we just have one of these?
Might have done. It's a Kodak 5 megapixel.
Yeah. Kodak Color Science 5 megapixels. It's got tiny little viewing screen that side, and then that's the front of it. Not a lot to say really. There's a charging point, 5 megapixels. It's got batteries in there and another SIM card. That's a Lexar. Oh, 256 megabyte. I'm confusing that with gig, aren't I?
Megabyte, yeah.
Is that any good for you to use now?
Still
a bit small, isn't it?
It's a bit smaller.
Because I always buy the big memory cards for my stuff, and
yeah,
you don't.
We're looking at gig, and that's
what I'm just saying.
Yeah.
That I just said that I'm confusing that with gig, because I saw the 256 and I thought, well, that's handy, but not as handy if it's the wrong thing you want to send.
Yeah.
Much lighter than some of the dearer brands, but then it's probably painted with plastic as opposed to a degree of metal in there. But it's a nice little camera.
It's okay. Well, again, it's like if I could sell that for $9.99, that's what I'm thinking. And there's still
so nice little case.
Still a little profit in it.
Actually, feels quite, you know, like the knobs and dials and things. There's a really cheap feel to it. But then it's, if you're looking for something for a child, I'd happily get them something like that. That's on its own little
pouch
thing.
Okay, now we've got 3 left, and these are going back to the slightly older ones.
Back to Canon again. So these film cameras, or I like these. Yeah, I do like these. And the telescopic lens, got a nice feel to it.
Yeah.
It's a,
you know, you're holding something,
sort of feel that says that it means business.
Yeah.
Well, it's definitely a film camera if it pops open like that, but nice and clean inside. And that's a Canon Zoom 70W. Nice little camera. And it looks barely used again.
Yeah.
I mean, like I say, I think these were sort of bought and given and maybe sometimes used by people that weren't comfortable with the technology.
And it might be, you know, not only that, but it might be that it's for the older kind of person that wasn't doing it for a hobby, but they would go on holiday once or twice a year.
Yeah,
and
I tell you what, this sort of camera is no good for anybody whose eyesight's not that good. I don't know if you can see down there, there's a little flap that opens with, you've got your dial that tells you whether you're on macro or film or whatever, but then you've got all your select, caption, date, set, all that sort of thing is...
Yeah.
Can you read it without your glasses?
Yeah, just about, yeah. So, but anyway, yeah, I think.
But nice little camera, nice rocker zoom on it. But yeah, it's a good one.
Right, the case isn't that clean on this one. The case just needs cleaning.
It's the Minolta. It's another of the good, another of the better brands. It's got a film in it already. 24 exposures. 200, that's the speed of it. And
only thing I noticed on this one is that the plastic coating is starting to come off there.
But that won't make, if you clean that little bit, it looks like it had sticky rubbery stuff on it. Once you clean that off, nobody'd ever know there was ever a coating on there in the first place, unless they'd had one of these before. But nice little compact cameras, nothing fancy, nothing digital. You know, you just stick your film in, you take your photos, you post your film off, and that's job done. And for some people, that's all they want. You know, they just want a point and shoot.
Yeah. Don't worry about the battery.
I was just trying to see if it's well, you'll have a go at that later,
I'll
just
do that
to see if it was clean in there.
Right,
I won't open it because you've got a film in there.
Yeah. So.
But no, nice little camera.
That just leaves with the last one.
Yeah, this one is so simple. It's either flash on or off, and you just literally point and shoot.
Yeah, but it's a good brand.
That's a great little holiday camera.
Yeah. So the last one's got a little bit more weight to it. First time I've owned one of these cameras, as in the brand.
It's Pentax, which is again up there with Olympus. Oh god, it's a bit of a beast, isn't it?
It is.
Was it Pentax that we went on the course for?
No, I think that was Panasonic. It was the Panasonic. Yeah,
it was the Lumix, wasn't it?
SX5 or something.
It's like having a brick in your hand.
I know, but it's a Pentax. It's that you can feel the weight and the.
Yeah. Never mind the quality.
The quality, the weight. You know, if you're going to get mugged having a camera, you can use this brick
as self-defense.
As self-defense. Saying that, I mean, I think that it's clean. It's, I think Pentax are quality. It's obviously very old, so it's a Zoom 70.
I was going to say this camera is a direct follow-on from that kind.
Yeah.
You know, you've got the absolute basic, and then you've got the expensive brick.
Yes.
But you can tell it's worth more money because of the weight. You've only got to weigh it.
Exactly. Well, it's scrap value. I mean, the scrap value it's got to be. I mean, that's.
And that's a real men's camera, because girls don't want to be holding it up like that, saying smile, because you're going down with the weight of it.
Just the sagging going sideways. But
well, you saying that just reminds me of when I went to Live Aid back in, what was it, 86, and the chap that I was with at the time had borrowed some camera equipment from his boss that happened to have an enormous zoom lens. And we were sat right near Charles and Di anyway, but I spent 90% of Live Aid with a zoom balanced on top of my head, because it was the zoom was like this long, and he was just balanced on, because he's 6 foot and I'm not.
Yeah, it comes with the
Pentax
kind of bag. But that's, I think, is that it? Everything?
Sigh of relief from the audience.
I know. If you're still here, thank you for taking the time to watch all the crap that I've bought today.
If you do have problems sleeping, you might want to rewatch this later.
Yeah, it'll help you sleep. It really will. Let's just check. Is there anything else? I think that was it. I think that was actually it. So, yeah, so, I mean, it was a good boot sale. And as you can see, I've got a whole load of cameras and sat-navs and DVD players. Some nice lot of stock to list this week on eBay.
Yeah, and I was actually quite glad that I wasn't planning to buy much because I didn't have the money, because I was really struggling to get around it today. I don't know if you noticed.
Yeah,
I spent most of it.
You were sat stationary at certain points. In some ways, I could have just, if I was just with you there, but in what we've got to do for doing it to earn an income, sometimes you just got to plough on and still do it.
To be brutal about it, if you weren't going around buying stuff, then there wouldn't have been any point in us being there at all.
No, exactly.
So
yeah, but
you know, I did wander past some stalls, but nothing really
popped
grabbed
out
me anyway.
Yeah.
There were one or two bits and pieces that I thought I would have liked for me, but not really that much that I thought, well, yeah, I'd buy that to flip.
Yeah. However, I managed
so much stuff already. I mean, Neil was a couple of weeks ago. You were moaning and saying I haven't got anything left to sell, and you know, I was saying we'll go through your room and see what you've got up there, and and now all of a sudden you've got everything.
Everything. I've got loads. I've got consoles coming out of my ears.
Yes.
I mean,
and you did actually sell that Murloc, didn't you? That he's had this bloody Murloc that he bought at a boot sale
for a £5
years and years and years ago, and I hate the thing, and for years I've been saying, why don't you get rid of it, what do you want it for? It's just sat in his box on the side for years and years and years.
I think I sold it for 30 quid.
Well done you. That's what it's all about.
That's what it's all about.
You buy it cheap and then sell it at a better price.
So yeah, so all good really. So anyway, I think we're going to wrap it up, shall we?
I think so. Thank you very much. If you stayed with us this long, thank you very, very much.
If you have stayed with us and you aren't subscribed, consider subscribing, because there's going to be more films like this and they're going to go on just as long.
And I can see that the camera is doing that light and dark thing again.
It is, but
I don't know why, and I apologise for that. But
it's being shot on my DJI Osmo Action, just because it's easy to do. It's what I've been shooting the previous film on with me actually going round.
And for some reason he's resistant to using my Canon vlogging cameras.
Yes, I found with your Jan's got a vlogging camera which I think is great for one person, and it auto-focuses.
It focuses on your face and then it follows you around.
But
there is some way of getting it to focus on two people, but never wanted you in the film.
But what I found was that it kept going from focusing on you, focusing on me, and it kept changing the focus all the time.
So we've got his camera going light and dark, but then that was only, I've got two cameras that we could have used, so
yeah.
But anyway, we'll sooner or later we'll get things sorted out so that we've got a decent film happening.
I did try to improve the lighting. Just a quick pop round, you can actually see that actually actually have lighting that are bought for doing filming. Is quite a nice kind of light. So so we have actually tried to improve the lighting, but it's not always the best. So anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the film, and we'll catch you on the next one. Have a great week, and we'll see you soon.
Bye.
Bye.